Okay, let's talk about something huge. For the first time in over 50 years, we are going back to the moon. And no, this is not a history lesson, not at all. This is a peek into our future. This is all about Artemis II, the mission that's basically lighting the fuse for our next great journey to the stars.
Think about this for a second. 1972. That was the last time we did this. That was the end of the Apollo era. I mean, an entire generation, maybe even two, has been born and grown up without ever seeing a human being walk on another world. More than 50 years have gone by. Our world is completely transformed, and you know what? So have our dreams about what we can actually do out there.
And this time, it's not 3 astronauts. It's 4. That's right, 4 people who are literally carrying the hopes and dreams of a whole new generation with them. And they're not just going to the moon, they're going around the far side of the moon further than any human being has ever traveled before. Just let that sink in.
So what's really different after all this time? I mean, 50 plus years. A lot has changed, right? But it's so much more than just better computers and shinier rockets. It's the mission itself, the goals, the entire reason why we're going back. Let's really dig into that.
So you gotta ask, why now? I mean, we've spent decades just circling the Earth in low orbit. Why the sudden push back out into deep space? Well, it's because Artemis II isn't just some one-off trip. It's the first crude step in a much, much bigger plan.
Okay, so at its heart, Artemis II is basically a huge test flight. It's a 10-day mission where the whole point is to push the Orion spacecraft right to its limits. The most important thing here, making sure the life support systems, the air, the water, literally everything that keeps the astronauts alive, are rock solid and ready for what comes next. This is all about making sure the hardware is safe and capable.
But, a spacecraft is just a really fancy machine without its crew. So who are these pioneers? Who's taking this absolutely historic journey? The team for Artemis II is in many ways just as important as the mission itself.
So let's meet the crew. We've got NASA astronauts Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, and Christina Koch, and they're joined by Jeremy Hansen from the Canadian Space Agency. Right off the bat, you can see this is different. This isn't just one country's mission. It's a global effort from day one.
And this crew, wow, they represent a huge, profound shift. For the very first time, we'll have a woman, Christina Koch, and a person of color, Victor Glover, traveling out to the moon. That is such a powerful statement. It's sending a clear message. This new era of exploration, it really is for all of us.
And that really gets us to the core of what makes this so different from the space race back in the 20th century. What's happening now is, well, it's a whole new ballgame. We're stepping into a new era of exploration, and it's defined by completely different values and, honestly, much bigger goals.
I mean, look at the difference here. It's just night and day. The Apollo era, that was all fueled by the Cold War. It was a sprint, a race to plant flags and footprints. But the Artemis era, it's all about global cooperation. It's a marathon, not a sprint, with the goal of creating a long-term, sustainable presence. It's a massive shift from me first to we together.
So what does that buzzword, sustainable presence, even mean? Well, think of it this way. Instead of packing a lunch for a day trip, we're learning how to grow our own food. It means we stop hauling everything from Earth and we start living off the land. We're talking about using things like the water ice we know is hiding in lunar craters, then breaking that down into breathable air or even rocket fuel. It's about building a real outpost, not just stopping by for a few hours.
Okay, but let's be real. Progress on this scale, it's not cheap, not even close. And anytime we talk about humanity's future in space, we have to talk about the elephant in the room, the cost. And, our priorities here on Earth.
So what's the price tag to get us back to the moon and start pushing beyond? The estimate is somewhere around $100 billion. Yeah, that's a staggering number. An immense investment that, of course, leads to a very, very important question.
Is spending all that money really justified, especially when we have so many serious problems to solve right here on Earth? And look, that is a totally fair question. It's a huge debate, and there are really passionate arguments on both sides. You have people who see it as an unjustifiable expense, and you have others who see it as a critical investment. An investment in tech, in inspiration, in a shared future that actually pays off right here at home.
So, with all that context, the history, the crew, the cost, where does this one single mission, Artemis II, fit into the big picture? Let's zoom out a bit and see exactly how it's paving the way for humanity's next giant leap.
So here's the roadmap, the path forward. It's a series of really deliberate steps. First, Artemis II proves the tech works with people on board. Step 2, Artemis III actually puts human boots back on the moon for the first time since 1972. After that, we build that sustainable base on the moon, which becomes our training ground for the ultimate goal, using the moon as a stepping stone to send the first humans to Mars.
And this quote really just nails it. It sums the whole thing up perfectly. Every single mission is a piece of a much larger, carefully thought-out plan. See, Artemis isn't really just about going back to the moon. It's about learning how to live in deep space, so we can eventually push even further out into our solar system.
So as we watch these 4 astronauts get ready to launch into this brand new future of cooperation and exploration, the question really isn't just for them. It's a question for all of us, for you. If you had the chance, would you go?